This is Mrs. Cochran. Hope you're doing well today. Everything's fine, and that you know that we miss your smiles, and we can hardly wait to get back to a regular day. But today I'm going to take you on a deep dive into dialogue. So what we're going to learn about is how to use the punctuation when you're writing dialogue. You've seen this in your books, chapter books. I'm going to use an example from Ivy and Bean. They have them in there, so you always have a resource when you're looking for how to write dialogue. So I'm going to read the passage here, just so that we don't have to focus on what it says, but more about where the punctuation is. It says, "The coast is clear," she reported when she came back. "She's not in her room." "Okie doke," said Bean. She took a deep breath and headed for the door on super quiet tiptoe. And you can notice that we have quotation marks here saying that somebody is talking, then a comma, and then it tells what she's doing. It's a she. She doesn't say the name. I'll tell you that later. And then there's put a period. They're going to start another piece of dialogue. Here's a quotation mark. That's where it's going to end. Another quotation mark. "She's not in her room," period. And then down here, you'll notice that they indented the paragraph. And when you indent a paragraph, you know somebody else is speaking. So let's figure out who's speaking now. Quotation marks, comma. "Okie doke," said Bean, period. So Bean's talking in this paragraph. "She took a deep breath and headed for the door on super quiet tiptoe." So Ivy's speaking in this paragraph. The author didn't choose to use her name, but Ivy's speaking here. So some of the key points that I want to show you with the dialogue is that when you are using dialogue, you start with a quotation mark. Whatever you're going to say, it ends in a comma or some sort of end punctuation. If you hadn't wanted it to be a question, it could be a question mark. If you wanted to be really excited, you could use an exclamation point. And then when the speaker stops, you use another quotation mark up here. Then you either write "said so-and-so," or like they did up here, they described what she did. And then you can go right into another piece of dialogue if you want. But the format is, you're going to find it really recognizable. Once you start looking for it, you'll be able to find it. Quotation marks, comma, or an end punctuation. Whoever's saying it, sometimes that comes in front too. So when you're looking for dialogue, there's two things that you can do. One, whenever there's an indent of a paragraph, either a new character is speaking, or they've shifted somehow so that different action is happening. So watch for that. The other is watch for where your quotation marks are, and that will tell you when a person is talking. So when you're looking to do this in your writing, you can remember these things, but I'll give you a really good clue. You have it right in your chapter books. If you're curious or wondering how to write dialogue in your writing, open it up, use a fiction book for, although once in a while there's dialogue in nonfiction. Anytime you see quotation marks, somebody's talking. You might have to keep track of who's doing the talking. You're getting to the kind of chapter books where they may not say the name every time, but you can follow along with that. And then either write afterwards who's there, or you might write about something that's going on and then get back to the dialogue. But if it's a new person talking, remember, you need to indent. So pull out one of your chapter books and take a look at how a writer does dialogue and use it in your own writing. Have a great day. Bye.